All right, how you guys doing? We are going to work on this simple wizard carving. I have a block of basswood that is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to keep this project pretty simple. Start off by marking some center lines. Okay. I'm going to establish the length of his hat. I'm going to do 1.25 inches. Can mark about another 1/2 inch down for his nose. And we'll keep it simple. I'm gonna just angle his hat. I want his hat to angle down slightly. The measurements don't really matter. Don't get hung up on the measurements, but if you're really hard up for it, what did we say? We said 1.5 inches-ish in the front. I marked probably 1.75 inches down and almost 2 inches towards the back. Again, it doesn't really matter. Just trying to get some shape to it. First thing we're going to do is knock off all these sharp corners. Helps make the piece a little easier to hold. And now I'm going to start by undercutting the hat. I start on the corners. Helps make things a little easier. Keeping this guy real simple today. It's a pretty easy beginner carving. Just connect those corners with some V-cuts. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Connect that top section of his nose. Connect this side. This can be done in any size block, a 1x1, 2x2. I like these 1.5 inch blocks. Okay, so we just went all around the hat. Next thing I'm going to do is start removing material for the hat. We're going to give this guy a pointy type of hat. One thing that'll help is if you draw an X from corner to corner, help give you a reference line where to cut to. But again, I like to start at the corners, just removing corners. So yeah, knock down each corner. Makes things a little easier. Less wood to slice through. It's a lot of wood to remove right here, so just take your time. Be patient, and it'll eventually take shape. I think if you're starting out, maybe you want to switch to a 1x1, or start with a 1x1 rather, just because it's less material to remove. But we're getting there. Okay, there we go. Took a little bit of work, but we got there. Little pointy hat, and you can definitely make it pointier if you wanted, but I don't want to spend too much time just shaping the hat. Knock off these corners a little bit more. All right, next thing we're going to do is the nose, bottom of the nose. You could do this a couple ways. Let's see, what's a simple way to do this? Come straight down on one side. Down on the other side. Now I'm not going exactly parallel to my center line. I'm kind of offsetting it, giving it a little bit of a flare. And then I'm just going to make a triangle cut like that. Pop out a chip. Same thing on the other side. Remove that chip. I'm gonna now come across. Might have to go back and forth a little bit on the sides to remove some material. But there you go, you have his nose kind of set in. Now I'm gonna knock off some of these corners. a little bit more. Wizard is gonna have a mustache. So on each corner of his nose here, you're gonna just take the tip of your knife and at a 45-degree angle like that, just make a stop cut. You can do the same on the other side of his nose. And then you are going to just cut a little V notch. That establishes the cheek and his mustache. You can draw another line going up towards his hat. You're gonna, again, take your knife, draw along that line, and again, remove material. Same V cut. Now his cheeks are set in. It'll be helpful if you round over the corners here a little bit. Now from this line that we created here, you want to just draw in his mustache. You can make it long, short, whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to just make his mustache go all the way down to the floor here. I think he's got a very Merlin-y kind of mustache. You're gonna take the tip of your knife and just draw that in, following your pencil lines. And again, V notches to separate his mustache from the rest of his body. You can use a V tool if you're not comfortable with your knife. Use whatever tools you have. You can knock off some of these hard edges if they bother you. All right, we have our center line here. We're going to separate his mustache. And again, I'm just keeping things simple. You can add more shape to these guys if you wanted, but I'm just going straight down until I get right about here. And then I'm gonna just keep it simple and do like a Y shape to it. Now again, you want to do V-cut on each side of the mustache. To separate it. V-cut on that Y section we just made. Again, both sides. any weird chips. You can also now remove some of the flat saw marks from the block. You don't ever want to leave any part of your piece uncarved, because when you go to paint it, it will look different from a carved section to an uncarved section. And you can really go in with this and dig deeper to give more shape. We also want to round off his nose. I'm going to round off his nose here. Give it a little bit more shape. Remove those saw marks and those pencil lines. Okay, I'm going to keep rounding things off as I go, eliminating any weird flat spots. I kind of want to remove this section. Okay, now we're pretty much almost done with this guy, because we're keeping him very simple. It's a beginner-friendly project, so I don't want to get too caught up in details. We want to round off the back here because we don't want him to look blocky. So we have those center lines. We can kind of cut to those center lines while rounding things off. So you see what I did? Just rounded things up. Keep things fairly consistent if you can. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna just finish up rounding the back here. I want to remove those pencil lines again. There, we pretty much just rounded them off. Remove the pencil lines from the sides, the saw marks. Can deepen that mustache if you want. There you have it, a very basic, simple wizard. Just remove the rest of those pencil lines. You always want to go over your piece when you're done and just kind of refine some shapes. Remove any weirdness, lines. You want to always take a step back and look at it further away and see if anything stands out. If a spot is high, like right there, to me looks a little high, but like I said, this is a very basic type of wizard. I'm not going too crazy on it, just to show you that you can carve something in a short amount of time from start to finish. And you can use this as a building block to work on something a little bit more challenging. So there you go. Simple wizard. Let me know if you like this style, if I should do more of these, and if you plan on carving one of your own. All right, take care.